Hello again, you beautiful you. How's everyone been? I'm doing all right. I am still trying to get the hang of timing my breath when I'm not talking to a present human being in front of me right now. One of these days, I'm probably going to have to get one of my friends to just sit on the other side of this camera so that way I feel like I'm engaging and having a conversation with a person. Otherwise, this still feels so foreign to me to talk to my phone in an empty building. I know most of you watching have probably grown up with the devices in your hands and just feeling very confident about having your phone flipped to your selfie side. I am not a fan. Never gonna be a fan. I'm gonna need to edit out a couple of my dissociations. Maybe I'll keep them in. I might just keep raw footage for the most part because I don't know how to edit. I don't have any editing software to start off. This is a $200 phone. I might need to figure out how to edit out all of my clicks. So I've noticed that when I go to film myself, I start off with a click. And then in the middle of me talking, I heard one maybe about 10 seconds ago, I'd go. Don't know where the attitude comes from. Don't know why I'm a clicker, but apparently I'm a clicker. So get used to it. Drop a comment if you want to make fun of me for it. I don't really care. It's something that I have done most of my life. My mom will point it out. I say a lot until I get used to having more of a conversation on screen with myself. I'll be looking in all kinds of different directions because that's how I usually think. If I'm looking for the next thing to say or making sure that I have my facts the right way, I will look up and to the side because I can't look you in the eye while I'm thinking. I feel like you're inside my soul if I'm looking at you in the eye while I'm not speaking and I'm trying to think. It's just an awkward moment for me. So also get used to the looking ups and to the sides, get used to the ums, get used to the clicks. Get used to me being out of breath when I'm trying to talk because I don't know when to pause to take the breath while I'm on camera. With that being said, I'm very disappointed right now. I had an entire 52 weeks of ideas to come on here and talk about for a few minutes. That note is just no longer in my notes section. I looked in my trash, I looked in my archives, I looked everywhere. There are 0 notes in my note folder on my phone. I don't know what happened. I'm sure I was just clicking and cleaning things away and I deleted the wrong note. But there just went 52 ideas gone. And now I'm gonna have to come up with them again. So today, your first video that I'm starting off with, I don't know what I was gonna talk about for week 1. Week 1 of 2026 is gone, and so are the other 52 apparently. So hey, it's 2027. No, just kidding. Let's not fast forward into space that far. So now that I don't know what to talk about, I am here at the salon today. I am by myself. I believe my landlord is on vacation and the other gal that I work with has some young toddler children. So a lot of weekends she's just not here because she's busy being a mom. To introduce myself, I haven't done that yet. We're 4 minutes in and I've just been rambling about whatever that was. My name is Mandy, legal name Amanda. Most people call me Mandy. If I hear Amanda, I'm usually in trouble. I don't think my mom had ever said my name out loud as Amanda unless I was being in trouble. So Mandy, Manda, Mans, pick one. I'll answer to all of them, all my nicknames. Yeah, I really wish I remembered what I was going to talk about today. I have a short little old lady haircut today. I have a men's clipper cut coming in about an hour, so I've got this break of time right now to come have a conversation on video. And then after my men's haircut, I will be doing a double process fashion color. So we are going to be doing a split dye. I will be bleaching some pieces out that were previously blue to make them orange. And if you know your color wheel, blue and orange together make a neutral or a brown or a gray, depending on your saturation from each color and their intensity and their shade. So I am going to need today to healthily lift her faded out blue to a light enough color that an orangey red will go on top and not brown out too much. So today I'm going to be using a brighter orange with a little bit of a mahogany, which is a red and a violet mixed together, some coppers and golds, trying to counteract whatever we end up with. I've got a plan. We'll just have to see what it ends up lifting to. I'm very confident that we're going to be able to get some kind of orangier tint to her hair. She's looking for something much deeper than my very faded out orange here that hairdressers just don't get to themselves as quickly as they can get to other people. Because when I get home, I don't want to make an appointment for myself. I don't want to do it myself. I just ain't got time for that. My current hairdresser right now is actually still in beauty school. So I've been licensed for about 20 years, and I love to give back to the girls that are going to be just graduating. So I had met my hairdresser when she was a receptionist for one of the salons that I worked at a little while ago. And she decided that she was going to take a stab at the beauty industry. So I've been seeing Dulce, La Beauticienne, if you want to try to look her up. This is very grown out, so don't mind my grays and how far out it is and how faded. It was beautiful and wonderful when Dulce had done it first. So I will be getting back in to see her hopefully before she graduates, and then I will be visiting her at wherever she finds her career path. So yeah, today it's a busy day. Even at the same time, I only see 3 people. A double process fashion color is going to take a lot out of my back and my body. Got to remember to posture up and not posture down, because that's going to be really bad for my back once I start working. If I don't keep my posture and my arms this direction, it's a really bad tomorrow morning for you in that very middle part of your back if you don't keep your statures up. I am very short. I'm 5 foot nothing right now too. So right now, like, I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna get any taller. So for being only 5 foot, a lot of times I have to make my clients either slouch really far down or my arms seem to be a lot farther up than they should be. So those are some things that I have to deal with just being on the little short, little shrimp side. My little hobbitsy short little side here. Tomorrow will be Sunday for me, and I just lounge around with my puppy dog. I will think about if I'm going to film anything in my own private home. Right now, I just utilize the space that I rent for the salon to be able to talk. It's crazy how we're only 8 minutes into this video. I feel like I've been talking forever. And the people that I love to watch have such long form content that I don't even know, I guess, if my little $200 phone that I'm filming on goes up to an hour or a half hour without it stopping. So I'm gonna assume with my little storage that I have on this itty bitty little cheap phone, I'm probably gonna have to really pay attention to the clock if it cuts me off to start a new video, and then I'll just have to mish them all together in one big happy sandwich. So yeah, maybe I will edit out all of my us, s, because I'm gonna be doing that a lot, not knowing what to say next while my brain is cooking up an idea since I've lost the 52 ideas of what I was gonna talk about. So I will go home tonight and try to come up with 51 other ideas. Hopefully I can come up with some of the same good ideas that I had at the time that I was writing it down. When I get a spark of creativity, I feel like I can just run with lots of ideas, but apparently ADHD and saving those ideas might not happen as smoothly as I would like. I also believe that I probably do have a touch of the ADHD. I know it's so cool and everybody's trendy and it's all cool with ADHD when you forget your keys somewhere, or you can't clean your dishes, or you can't get off the couch because of ADHD paralysis. So ADHD is not cute. That's not what I'm saying when I'm bringing up that I think I'm a very undiagnosed adult with ADHD. I could make that list there. That'll be one of the weeks. We will talk about why I think I probably have ADHD and if I'm ever going to go to the doctor and get diagnosed. Not a clue. What else this channel might talk about? We'll be doing some hair content, maybe some food content, because I do love to cook and I wasn't gonna put it out there, but I am trying to be on a little bit of a weight loss journey. Sorry, the word is don't say try. I am on a weight loss journey. At 20 years of doing hair, my back and my knees are starting to get to me. And at my height, I'm a lot bit more overweight than I should be. But that's not the point of this video today, but that might be some things that I talk about in the future. My dog, you might get some doggy content. He's a little 13-pound party Yorkie. He's crazy, he's nervous, he's a little barky, yappy dog, as they usually are at that size. Not saying that yours is. You might have the quietest little tiny breed dog, but no, mine sees a squirrel out the window and he's gonna bark. In fact, anytime he thinks I'm talking to somebody on the phone, he ends up barking. So you're gonna hear a lot of barking if I do any content from my own home. So I would say most of the content's gonna be coming from this building when nobody's here. I do seem to find that most Saturdays that I work, nobody's in the building. I might have to be coming in on a couple of Sundays to film a few things, because when we do start get busy, there's no way I could do this in here. And I will say it's gonna be extremely embarrassing for me when I'm in my private room and somebody comes in while I'm in the middle of filming and they can hear me talking in there. But let's do a quick tour of our building. So right now we are in the front part of the salon. This is not my area. This is Alexis's area. And then we share a shampoo bowl. So the three of us that are here will be sharing this area. That top shelf up there is the products I am using currently while I'm still trying to find my favorite. And we'll come around into our dispense where our chemicals and colors are mixed. Our little break room table, itty bitty fridge, microwave, and some coffee. We come down this way. We've actually got Liz's area, who is my landlord. We'll flick her light on real quick. I am so jealous of her space down here. She's got a lovely area and her own little waiting chairs, a wax room, and we may be getting a Botox lady there in that room with the lamp. So that's gonna be fun. We roll around over here. If you find a skull, you know you're in my space. So I wanna go for more of a Victorian, kind of antique-y look, maybe a little gothic, because I do love my skulls, don't know why. I like my antique looking station there. What's that chair? Has a footrest and it reclines out. So I do be lounging in here some days. Some days I do. And that was the tour. I think I figured out how to at least pause between doing things and not walking back this direction all out of breath trying to figure out what to say next. I don't like where that's centered now that I've moved. I liked where I was sitting before, but whatever. No big deal. The backgrounds are always going to be changing here with me because I'm probably going to hit a couple of different spots inside the salon to speak. I also only wear maybe the same 3 or 4 outfits if I'm wearing pants and shirts. So you're gonna see this Sugar Skull shirt a lot. And you're gonna see the same Scully, oh, it's hard to see. It's a Sugar Skull as well for my aprons. Sometimes I got puppy dogs on. I don't like to be the bougie looking stylist, I guess. I love looking nice, don't get me wrong. This is a Saturday at the end of the holidays. I didn't do a whole lot of makeup, but newsflash, I actually like my face. Again, you can make fun of me for that in the comments. You can come for me for whatever you don't like about my face. I don't care. I am not a filters girl. You will not be catching me throwing filters on any of my videos to try to smooth out any of my pores or any of my wrinkles or whatever might be going on. I've got some chapped lips happening. Oh well, it's dry, it's winter, get over it. But I do actually like my face enough that when I see a filter on, it makes me feel like an alien. That is not me. I don't look like that. And I don't know who she is. This is she. This is me. I like my own face. I will wear makeup. I will do the contouring. I'll do all that fun stuff in the appropriate times. Like for my birthday, I was all dazzled up, okay? I just turned 40 12 days before Christmas, so that's an existential crisis that we can get to on one of the podcasts maybe. I can write down, let's talk about aging as a stylist as well, because I am learning some different stuff from these new girls coming out of beauty school. They are smart, they are talented, they've got all of the resources with Googling things and watching videos for techniques, even when it comes to 5 minutes before your clients get in the door. 20 years ago, I couldn't do that. I couldn't have a consultation with somebody on how to cut a bob and then go watch a video 10 minutes before their appointment and execute the appointment. I just know that wasn't in my wheelhouse when I was the ages that these girls are. So 20 years ago, had I had the resources at my fingertips to be able to watch an entire haircut or color technique right before my client gets here to refresh my memory, that would have been the best thing for a lot of us. So I do think that these up and coming new hairstylists are going to blow some of us old ladies right out of the water with the techniques that they're learning, as well as just having the education at your fingertips. There are so many brands that YouTube has videos for that show you their techniques from their professional educators. I think that's absolutely wonderful that these new girls are going to be able to have the technology in their wheelhouse. While I'm learning the technology as a little old lady now, I feel like being 40 in the industry. I guess I'm coming up at maybe 20 minutes here. I was trying to at least get to that 20-ish minute spot that I've seen some longer content people put out there. I, again, wish I had my little notes thing because I had bullet points on what to talk about. It would have been a lot smoother. So I guess for me trying to do something like this, you're going to get the real raw Mandy because I have lost my whole plan. It's like flying by the seat of my pants right now. So yeah, I guess happy whatever day it is for you as you're watching this. It is currently a Saturday for me, the first Saturday of 2026, by the way. So yay. There's my looking up to the side. There's my I gotta end with all of my mannerisms that you're gonna have to get used to if you're gonna come watch me. If you don't like them, you can see your way out already. I give you the permission to bye-bye. Yes. So how about the beautiful yous that are going to stick around and consume whatever content I decide to come up with, since I have no plan now. That's going to be the running joke for the rest of the channel is Mandy shows up without a plan sometimes, but guess what? She shows up most of the time. I will say if it's important, I'll be here. If it's not important, I'll probably take a couple of days or a couple of weeks off at a time because social media has just never been my favorite thing to do. This is way out of my comfort zone, even filming this, that I might not even post. This just might be a video for me to watch by myself. I'll just go home and watch it over and over again and make fun of myself for all my ums and my lookaways, as well as every time I accidentally look at myself in the camera. That also drives me crazy when I do it. I have been taught by someone who does a lot of social media on how to look at you in your eyes. When I look at myself, you can clearly see the difference. Now I'm looking down here. This is not looking at you. This is me looking at me. I don't like this. I don't like when I accidentally look at myself. I want to make eye contact with you. I want you to be the one I'm having a conversation with. Whoever you are, you beautiful you. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, weekend, morning, vacation, wherever you're coming from. I'll meet you there.